Hi guys, welcome to Hedgehog's Homestead. I'm Laura, and today I was going to do some gardening and I thought I'd show you a couple things. One thing lovely about this rabbit tractor that I made, not only is it that I can put it over things to fertilize, but it's easy to clean. So let's go ahead and look at this a minute. So I cleaned the rabbit tractor today. How did I do that? I moved it over a space, and if you look where it was, there's their nice deposit of manure. Now what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to rake it up because I want to plant some of my plants out in the garden today. They've been sitting out on my table outside hardening off, and so now it's time to plant them, but I want to get some of this great fertilizer, these little babies, deposited on the ground for me. So I'm just going to rake it up and rake some up under my adult rabbits and put it in the hole where I'm putting these plants, and there you go, voila. Instant fertilizer that the plant can receive right away. So I've raked it up, but I have all these leaves too. I'm just going to pick it up with some gloves on and put it into this bucket without getting all the extra stuff, because the manure will fall through. And maybe some of the leaves. Because they're little balls, they just fall to the bottom. And you do that to the pile. That's how easy it is. This is just a little piece of hardware cloth. It's nice, they're little tiny pebbles. There we go, we have half a bucket full of rabbit manure. Now I'll spare you the time that I'm going over to the other side and doing it, but it's the same process, and that's it. Great fertilizer, ready to go. I don't have to wait for it to cool down. I don't have to wait for it to add to my planting areas. It can go straight on, and it's that easy, guys. Just a little simple collection, just like everything else you do in gardening. So thanks for coming along. So this is what we got to plant today. Some teddy bear sunflowers in here. And then later on we're going to plant some zinnias. I like to plant some beautiful flowers in my vegetable garden because they attract the pollinators for my vegetables. So let's do this. Have a whole bucket full of rabbit manure. Put some of that in the bottom. Is that a root system or what? I hope it's okay. Okay. Teddy bear sunflower number 1. No. Stinkers. Nice eggshell in here. Sprinkle a little manure in that hole. I learned this trick from Living Traditions Homestead, and it seems to work great for them. So that's what I'm gonna do. One more to go. All these are garlic around here. Should keep the bugs off of them, hopefully. That's my turkeys. They're big chirpers. Sunflower in the ground. These chickens want to eat this stuff so bad. Now we got some zinnias to put over here. There we go. We'll put them at the end of our bed over here. They don't look so hot, so hopefully they do okay. This first one does, but the rest of them have gotten a little big. They probably just need to be planted in real soil. Get our little bit of rabbit manure in there. Zinnia number 1, that one looks good actually. The rest of them are kind of overgrew inside. I started them too early, but it's got a beautiful flower on it. we'll see how they do. They don't really like to be planted this early, but they've been outside for about a week now, hardening off, and they seem to be doing okay. So I'm taking a risk, but it's a calculated risk. Zinnias are great companion plants for, we're going to have some tomatoes in this bed. Go. Okay, then we just have one pepper plant to plant. It's a sweet pepper. They can be planted a little earlier than the hot peppers, so we're going to go ahead and plant that sweet pepper. Is over here. One manure bucket, full bucket full. Didn't take that long. We could have sat there for hours getting like several buckets full. And this is just a belt. Okay, there you go, guys. I'm planting my peppers close together. All the rest of the peppers that I'll put in here, this is another sunflower. This is going to be a giant sunflower. The rest of my peppers are going to go all around this. This whole bed is going to be peppers. So that will be fun. Hopefully I can make some nice jalapeno candy. That will be nice. Can it out myself. See how our Swiss chard is doing. Looks like I'm going to try a different kind of spray on this one. I don't know what it's collecting. Looks like we got a little mushroom growth in our bed. That's okay. And our kale looks pretty good. And right next to that is onions growing. Our raspberry plant is growing really good. Got mint over there. And this is our rhubarb over here. And it's growing well. So, got more onions in this bed. They're doing really well. Tiny little onions in this bed. You can barely see them. We'll see how they do. And some more garlic in those beds over there. Looks like we got only one potato plant coming up. So, looks like I need to do some weeding. And then our radishes seem to be starting to pick up. And our lettuce. That is romaine lettuce. And then I forget what that one's called over there. And that's another sunflower plant. That's going to be, I forget, that's a giant sunflower plant though, over there. And another one over here. So, growing the sunflower plants to attract some bees, and also for the sunflowers, they're really, really good for your chickens to have sunflowers during the winter, that extra fat they need. And it helps them produce more eggs during the winter, and more light. If you add some light and some sunflowers, peas, and a few things like that, your chickens will lay eggs pretty well through winter if they have the right amount of light and those things, and you keep their feet dry and keep them comfortable as much as possible. That's how you get eggs during the winter. So the other day you guys saw me transplant these zinnias, and when I first transplanted them, they did not do well. But I fed them and they picked up again. So don't give up if they look like they have expired on themselves. It may just be that you gave it too much water or too much food, or just give it a minute and feed them again and see what happens. Or don't feed them again. Looks like I've got some more zinnias ready to transplant. I might just put these guys outside pretty soon, and some other stuff back there. So very exciting. This is my zucchini. Can't wait to get that outside. My dill and some other stuff we got going on here. Peppers. Again, this tomato plant isn't doing very well, guys, but it could have been the seed was old or something like that, because I've done the same thing with these tomato plants and they are doing great. So don't knock yourself. If it doesn't turn out right the first time. Let your failure be an opportunity for growth, and just keep on working at it. Sometimes it's just that you need to do a little more investigation to see why it's not coming together. That's what I do, and sometimes things just don't work out, right? They just need to go to the place of things where they just don't work out. Or however you want to say it, guys. So that is my day of planting and how the garden looks and what I planted in the garden. We have a lot more things to plant in the garden coming up, so excited and can't wait to get it going. We'll see how far I can get my garden along before we sell our house. But I'm gonna do it anyways, just because we don't know how long we'll be here before we go to the new homestead. So that's that, guys. And you, if you have rabbits, can have a nice little harvest of fertilizer like me. Real simple way to just put it on that grate and get it done. And I'm gonna go ahead and fertilize a lot of these other plants around here, since I have so much of it, and got plenty more where that came from. So, all right, thank you guys for coming along with me today. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day. Bye.